Hey, Chosen. Let's talk a little bit about the word believe or your belief in something, right? So, believe is not a word in my vocabulary anymore. And it made perfect sense to me. It got downloaded into my spirit, into, from the Most High, which lives in my soul. So, yeah, so the word believe, right? Let's look at it. Let's look at the word believe. All right. So you got the B, lie, Eve, right? So the operative word here is lie, right? The word lie. Because you are lying to yourself when you say, I believe something. Now, I believed in a lot of things in my day. I believed in Christianity, Islam. I even believed I could fly one time. But that was a long night. Don't ask any questions about that. But anyway, but I believed a lot of things in my day. I believed a lot of misnomers until something came along and changed my belief. Right. So beliefs can change. They're not concrete, and that you can change those. Something we all believe. We had belief in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy. Those lies, that propaganda that we were fed when we were kids and when we were young. We believed that life was fair, that that the government always works in our best interests. We believed that, right? We believed a lot of things in our day until something showed us something else different. Change that belief in us. Change the way we believe. So that's where that comes in. Belief is a lie. I believe in, whatever, but knowing is concrete. No, when you know something, you know it. That's why I say all the time, if you know, right? Because it's a sense of knowing that sets you free. It's a sense of knowing that helps you to go forward in whatever you're trying to do, not even what you're trying to do, but when you move, right? You act on it. It's annoying, right? When there's a lot of things has happened to me. A covenant and cult came up against me and tried to take me out of here, right? And they were all doing all this witchcraft, doing all these spells, trying to deter me from what I'm doing now, deter me from my ascension. I believed in it. I believed that the things that they were saying were true. I believed that I couldn't get out of the spells that they had cast upon me. The poverty spells, the procrastination, the spell of lack, the all that kind of stuff, right? I was like, oh man, I'm until the spirit of knowing, until the Most High deposited the knowledge into my soul, which then prompted my spirit. You see what I'm saying? It brought that to reality, brought that to fruition. The knowing of who I was, what my mission is, and what that I'm going to be okay. That nothing that comes up against me shall prosper. Any weapon formed against me shall prosper. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Right. So when you know that, that's when your life changes. But when you just believe, and somebody might come up to you and ask you, like, hey, which way is the convenience store? And you say, well, I believe if you take a right, take a left, it's on that corner, well, whatever. But you're not sure. You know what I'm saying? You believe that that's the way to go, but it might not be the way. You get what I'm saying? So, the witches and warlocks in the low vibrational entities, which that's what they are, is just low vibrational entities. sending evil eyes, sending low vibrations, trying to interrupt your auric field, because chosen ones vibrate so high. So they was asking, like, just like, how does he know what we're doing to him? How does he know what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What is, it's because I knew like I said, the Most High gave me a sense of knowing. I just knew. I just knew not to, when they tried to poison me, not to eat this. When they tried to do, send different people into my stratosphere to try to infiltrate me, to try to bring me down. I just knew to distance myself from them, to get away from them. I just knew. I knew it internally, intuitively. And that's what I'm talking about, knowing, right? They were all wondering, how did he know all this stuff? In all praise to Yahuwah. Yahuwah, he saved me. So that's how I knew. It's called knowledge, right? Knowledge. So when you have knowledge, you know. But true knowledge comes from the Most High. That's where true knowledge. Let me tell you, the Most High will never send you anything confusing. It will never be any confusion. Comes from the evil one. It comes from these demons, these warlocks, these witches, all of that. That's where confusion comes from. But knowledge, know, comes from the Most High. And he don't keep secrets. It's not, all that, have to jump through hoops to know something. All these secret societies and secret this and secret that. None of that is of the Most High. None of that is got anything to do with the light. It's all darkness. Darkness conceals, light exposes. So when you're dealing with those kind of situations where cat and mouse, the espionage, all that kind of stuff, that's darkness because it's concealing something. Exposure is the way of Yahuwah. Exposure, he exposes the darkness for what it is. That's why we're light beings, we're children of light workers, that kind of thing. That's why we hold that title, the truth, right? We're children of the truth. So that's where that comes from. Like I said, these cults and these covenants was asking, like, well, how does he know what we're doing to him? Where did that come? Did he got somebody telling him, or he got an inside person? What's going on? No, I don't have an inside person. I am just connected with Yahuwah. I am connected with the Most High. That's how I know. And that's how all chosen ones know what they know. Most of the time, it ain't nobody telling the chosen ones nothing. We just intuitively know what we're supposed to be doing and how we should handle situations or these snares and these traps that are set for us. We intuitively know because Yahuwah lives inside of us. Like I said, the spirit and the soul are two different things. And people, that people interchange the word all the time, but that's not right, because they are totally two different things. They serve two different functions. Like I said, the Most High lives in your soul. He is the spark that ignited your soul for you to be here. Then your spirit, like I said, is your guidance system. It's like, a missile has a guidance system. And it relays the information, just like I said, a missile. It relays the information to the guidance system, and the guidance system says, hey, okay, we need to say this or do this or go here or turn left, turn right. It's not rocket science. It might be missile science, it's not rocket science. I know, corny Joe, right? But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So Believe is a falsity. Belief is a lie that you tell to yourself, but knowledge is knowing. It's the know. You're now in the know, like they say. You intuitively know what you're supposed to know, as long as you're in line and you're in tune with your soul, with the Most High, in which He'll connect. If you're in tune with that, then you're connected to the vast universe that we all live in, and then we're connected to each other too. The law of one, the universal law of one. We're all connected. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and kind of explain this. This is something He put in my spirit. I was listening to the Basic Truth, or live, not podcast. I was listening to the Basic Truth live, and it sparked something in me. It's like, wow, that's right. Because anytime I believe something, I was totally off the mark. I was totally off the mark. But when I know something, then you can't be wrong, even if everybody else is telling you are, or even if the outside world says you're wrong. If you know it, you know it. It's there's no doubt in it. You just know. You know that you are this or that or this or that. You know what you are. You're a hard worker. You're a good father, good mother, whatever. You know it intuitively. You know what you are. So I love you, Chosen, and we're gonna be all right.